What's going on, brothers? I hope you're all having a blessed day today. Today I'm going to be showing you all how you can use AI to run outreach for your agency. Because when you implement artificial intelligence, it makes things a lot faster, it makes them a lot more efficient, and it also requires you to put in less effort on the front end. All you have to do is set up the system, know what you're doing, and you can just let the AI do the rest. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the method that I'm using here I actually got from another YouTuber named Charlie Barber, so I'll link his channel in the description. But essentially what you're going to want to need for this method is obviously you want to have a list already ready. And so you can get that list, you can outsource it, you could use D7 or Apollo or some other software, or you could do it yourself. But however you do it, just make sure you have a list, ready to go. Right, so what you're going to want to need on this list is the website, the company, the first name of the contact, and then their email. Right, so how this method works is that it's going to, give this prompt right here to ChatGPT, and it's going to, it's going to read that, and then it's going to, go over, read their name and their info and all of that, and then it's going to create this own little personalized message that you're going to be able to use to outreach. So I'll go over like the task and stuff. So this is the prompt right here, and I'm going to link all of this in the description below, so you don't have to do it yourself. You can just go ahead and make a copy of it, and then, start doing whatever you need to do. Right, so the task is, create a personalized 2 sentences for the start of an email, do research on the website, then give a compliment about it. Right, so the style is creative, tone is excited, start with the first name, and you want it to include the compliment, the company name, and then, obviously research of the website. So how this works is, or how you're going to get this to work is, first of all, you're going to need an extension, which is GPT for Sheets and Docs. So how you get that is you want to go get add-ons and let that load for a little bit. It's taking a second. Bear with me here. I don't know why it's taking so long. There we go. There you go. All right, cool. So you want to type chat GPT for Sheets. Shears, because I can't spell. But anyway, you want to type chat GPT for Sheets. Alright, cool. And then you want to get this one right here, GPT for Sheets and Docs. Once you've got that, you want to set it up. You're going to need a GPT API key, which you can get, on the chat GPT website. And basically, this is going to be you need that so you can actually use ChatGPT on this document. Now, keep in mind, this is going to charge you, but the price is like so small, you don't even got to worry about it. So anyway, once you've set that up, you want to go to extensions, GPT for Sheets and Docs, and you want to enable GPT functions. And that way, once it's enabled, you can actually use it on the sheet. So what you want to do, what you want to set up is equals GPT. That sets up the function, right? Once you get in parentheses, you want to do GPT underscore create prompt, and now you're going to be able to use the prompt here to actually create some outreach, to do some personalized messaging. So what you want to do is you want to highlight your prompt here, and once you've highlighted that, you want a comma. Now, after you've got your prompt, you want to highlight the column titles, right? So this is where it's pulling the information from. So after you get that, you close the parentheses, you do another comma, and now once you have the columns, you want to give it an example of the information that you want it to use, which is right here. Boom. So once you get that, you close the parentheses and you just hit enter. Now it's going to load, and it's going to create this own little personalized first line that you can use for your outreach. Here you go. Like, hey Bob, stumbled on Manco's website, and I must say, I'm absolutely blown away by the innovative and user-friendly design. It's refreshing to see a company that puts so much effort into creating a unique online experience, right? So it's just gone ahead and it's created a completely personalized message, that you can use in an email. Now, you can also make it more creative by doing (1). That's the temperature, which is how creative it's going to get. Now, boom, now you can even make this message even more creative. Hope the team will find you well, stumbled upon your website. I was absolutely amazed by the innovative design and user-friendly interface. Now, cool. So you're probably thinking, well, now I've got to do that for all of these rows, but actually you don't. So what you want to do is go back to the prompt here, and you want to put a $ between, the ARG1 here. these two, then you want to put a $sign between this, then a $sign between this. And what that does is it makes it so that when you drag this down, it's going to pull the information from the right rows and columns. So boom, now you just drag it down and it's going to create a personalized message for, every person on this list. It might show up as error, but that's just because it's taking a minute to, actually load in. So I'm gonna wait for that for a bit. So boom, like, hey, it's got so many personalized messages. So you could have a list of 1,000 leads, set this up, drag it all the way down, and then all of a sudden you've got 1,000 personalized messages that you can use for your outreach. For some reason this one isn't working. If it doesn't work, you can just remove the little one here, set it up again, and it should work. Saying invalid prompt parameter. Well, sometimes they might not work. I don't know what's wrong with this one specifically, but sometimes it might not work. Usually you can fix it by just changing the one here, removing it, but I wasn't able to do that, so let's just pretend it was working. But anyway, once you've got this list, once you've got all your personalized first lines, you want to export this document. So you want to download as a CSV, or a comma separated value. Boom. So once it's downloaded, you can go ahead over to instantly.ai, and this is how you're going to run your actually do your automated outreach. So you want to create a new campaign. I'm gonna just call it test campaign. Continue. Then you want to go over to your leads and you want to import the list you just downloaded here, and boom, go ahead and get that. Once it's once you imported your list, you want to make sure everything's lined up correctly. So the website row, you want it to linkable website, company, make sure everything's all right, so everything's good. So you can go ahead and upload all. You can upload 7 contacts. Like, cool. So now that you've actually got your your lead set up, you want to set up an email sequence that you can use to actually outreach and actually get people to click on your emails. So I've created a sequence template that you all can use, that you can customize to your liking, and it's a 4-step template. It starts off with the initial message, and it goes down and be like, hey, bumping this back up. Step 3 is like just reminding you, and step 4 is the end of the sequence. So here's the this is just a little template I created if you're for the roofer niche, and the offer here is I'll bring you 15 clients in 30 days, and if that doesn't work, you don't have to pay. Right, so the things I put in bold are where you can change it to match whatever you're doing. So let's say you're not doing roofers, you're doing like let's see, like gyms, you're doing med spas, or maybe you're doing HVAC, whatever that is. You just put that there, be like, hey, I'm helping I can help you bring more clients to your business without you having to do a thing. Now right here, this is your offer, right? In this case, my offer is I'll bring you 15 clients so you don't pay. But let's say you could do like a free trial for this offer. You'd be like, hey, better yet, I'll do it free for 14 days, or something like that. Whatever your offer is, you put that there, and it's like, right, let me go ahead and explain this. So these things I put in parentheses, right? This is what you're going to use in instantly. I'll go ahead and explain that later, but this is where the personalization goes, company name, all that. And your close up, and then right here, if you're interested, just reply with your cell number. We can have a quick chat. This is just one thing you can use to get their information. It's something I'm testing out right now because the alternative to that is to be like, hey, you can go ahead and book a call with my calendar or whatever. And the reason I feel like that's not as effective is because it takes a lot of work for the potential lead to actually do that, right? Because they've got to click the link, then they've got to put in all their information, they got to do all that. Whereas if, you just ask them, hey, go ahead and send me your number, they're like, oh, okay, type out the number and just reply that. It's a lot easier for them, which means, maybe they're more inclined to actually do it. All right, so step 2 in this sequence is like, hey, I know you're busy, so I'm gonna just bump this back up. Step 3 is, you're just reiterating your offer. You'd be like, hey, I'm still here, offer's still on the table. That's, you send that to them, and then the final step in this sequence is, hey, at this point, I'm just gonna assume this you're not with this or whatever. If that changes, go ahead and let me know. All right, so once you have all this, now this is just a template, right? This is very generic, these people are probably getting tons and tons of emails a day that look exactly like this. So if you want to stand out, you're going to want to customize it. You want to go ahead and add your own spin to that. But you can do this using AI, ChatGPT. So let's say step 1, right? You take this copy and you can go over to ChatGPT right here. Be like, hey, modify this email to add more personality. You're gonna paste that in, and boom, ChatGPT is gonna come out, and you're just like, now this is too long, so you just be like, make it shorter and make sure it follows the original format. He's like, doing well, got an exciting proposition. Picture this, boosting clients without the hassle. I'm here to make it happen. In fact, if we don't bring you 15 clients for 30 days, you pay nothing, zero risk. It's a boom. You personalize it. Now you can also make it be like, you could use the same, style and tone right here in the email. So like, give it a, creative style. Give it a creative style and excited tone. Give it an excited tone. So boom. Now it's got emojis and stuff. It's maybe a little bit longer, but anyway, you're like, yeah, cool. You can go ahead and use that. So you just copy this and you go ahead and put this into Instantly. Right, so once you get over to Instantly, you can go ahead and paste that template you just got. Make sure it's formatted correctly. Now you won't need this because the personalization starts out with hey name. And once you've got it formatted, you want to go up, and as for your subject line, you could be something simple like quick question for, and then you want to use your name. And how you get the name, the personalized name in every email is you click this little lightning bolt right here. Just click first name. So now when Instantly sends out the email, it's going to use the first name that's in the lead list. Same with this personalization. You want to delete that and use the lightning bolt down here and add the personalization to the email. So like, hey, whatever the personalization is, Instantly it's going to send out that message. Right here, companies, you want to delete that and add company name. You don't need that. You may or may not need that. But anyway, this is how you completely personalize these emails. So you go ahead and send that. So now it's not that, random generic message that, everybody's getting nowadays. It's something unique, and it's going to have a higher, likelihood of actually getting replied to. So you want to go ahead and add all the steps in the sequence. And usually you want to wait 3 days for the first one, and then following that it's just 2 days for each step. So on the second one, it's like, I'm not going to personalize all of them because it's going to take a minute, but you can go ahead and do that yourself. So yeah, just go ahead and copy and paste these in. And one other thing, right? Yeah, make sure you don't leave the subject line blank, because this is all going to be in like one email. So boom, put that there, and then finally, keep clicking the wrong tab. Finally, you want to do all that. So boom, now you go ahead. Now you've got a completely personalized email template with a completely personalized first line that you can use, and all of that was created using artificial intelligence. Hopefully you were able to find some value in this video. Hopefully you're going to be able to use some of the tactics and tools that I use to go ahead and personalize your outreach, personalize your message, all of that using AI. Go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed it. Maybe even subscribe if you want more content like this. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.